What's going on, everyone? We are back with another video, episode 9 of the road to 1200. We are 16 days out from the Battle of the Bay. There's 2 meets, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Myself and my fiance will be competing on Sunday. 16 days out. Fairly close. Now it's about testing where my strength really is, so that comp day I can go in saying, I have this. This week's training has gone fairly well. In regards to how the body feels, how things have moved. On Monday's training especially, there was a lift where would it have counted? That's kind of what this video is all about. As we get closer, it's important to know what the rules are for your federation. It's important to know what is considered a white light or a red light. I had a 1x1 RPE 7, I believe, and I kind of hit it. Here, I'll just pull it up on screen because, like, honestly, that's going to be the best way to do it. We can see 365 on there, getting ready. Trying to get amped up. And good walkout, no issues there. Big brace, push the hips back. Should have gone a little bit further. But did you catch what the issue was? Depth. Now, so, as we zoom in, we can see my hip crease. Right there. And my knee is slightly below it. Now, the problem with that is, in the powerlifting world, depth is considered hip crease right below the knee, so just past parallel. I would argue that this is parallel, and the other hard part is, because we do have safeties there, it's not super evident or clear, but my view, my coach's view, and in a meet, this probably wouldn't have counted. Now, to the average person, why not? Why wouldn't this have counted? But that's the reason why it's so important to be honest with yourself. Because when I first did this, I was like, oh my god, I just hit it. Now, would I consider it a good lift in general? Yeah, it's still a full squat, but competition standard is a little bit different. One thing for me is, I look at this squat and I'm going, okay, ankle mobility is not great. My knees aren't pushing far enough forward to do knees over toes and really get deeper into my squat. So you do some warm-ups, and I'll link some warm-ups down below of like what I'm doing and activities to, one, increase my hip mobility and also ankle mobility so that depth isn't an issue come comp day. Now, when I hit this, I was happy, obviously. You know, I didn't fall on my face. I didn't fail the lift. At comp, maybe they give it to me, maybe they don't, but you don't want to leave any room for interpretation. And that was Monday. Still a great session. The fact that I hit 365, and I mean, to be honest, I feel like I have more in me, is great. And that's what we're going to find out next Monday. Next Monday is going to be my heaviest day before the meet, which means I am going to be pushing some weight. I am going to be trying some weight that I haven't done before. That's the beauty of powerlifting. It is an individual sport. So, like, I'm not really competitive in my weight class, but, like, I'm competitive with me. What do we have planned today? Deadlifts and a fairly heavy bench. So today, because it is going to be a little bit lighter until next week, probably 270 for a single. With commands, we have deadlifts, and we are pushing it. RPE 8 to 9, which means we are going to find our limit, because I can't go into this comp wondering, what am I going to pull? What's a realistic number? So I won't be like trying, 550 by any means, but I'm going to have to know, like, can I at least hit 435? Reasonably hit 455? Those are questions that, like, I need answers to, because as comp comes up, I don't want to be standing on the platform having any doubt. In just a few hours, I will be at the gym hitting heavy bench, heavy deadlift, but for you, that's going to be now. We are on to deadlifts, the most exciting part of the day, and the goal is 435 to 455, and now it's just time to pull. and really just make sure tight back, tight glutes, tight hamstrings, and snap up. So let's go. So far, not too bad. Able to keep a tight back, but 225, it's not too difficult to keep a tight back, but it is feeling snappy today, so I am happy about that. Now we just continue moving up. So let's go over the two big pulls of the day. 405, again, just not great. Realistically, moved way slower than it should, and at this point, like, it is pretty abysmal, my deadlift. And then we look at 415, and that probably wouldn't even count. I to be honest. I don't know what to really say other than that. My goal of 1200 is out the door at this point. When we look at what my bench is, when we look at what my squat is, and when we look at my deadlift is, there's no real logical way to really get there. And it sucks, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not thrilled about it. If we go over to the board real quick. So when we look at what the numbers are, realistically, this was me performing deadlifts 16 days out. The bare minimum goal that I had was 1190. It would make me a class 2 athlete, which means I would technically qualify for nationals. Now, not qualifying for nationals like does suck, but I'm not an elite lifter, clearly. I still have a long way to go, and that's okay. So these are still the goals. If I don't hit them this comp, that's the goal for the next comp. I'm not done. So if we look at what my current stuff is, again, might as well just get rid of all this, because to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Current, even though my 365 wasn't full depth in regards to just needing to be a little bit lower, I'm going to give it to myself that 365 is definitely something I can do. And that's something that I'm probably going to have to hit today, now that we're 14 days out, but this video is from last Friday. But 365, my bench is 275, and who knows at this point, after going on a cut and really reducing my calories, like, I had a really rough bench this week. 275 if it's feeling really good, which means that my openers are going to be lower than I want them to be. But the goal again is to not bomb out, to post a score, to finish the meet. And dead at this point, 405. And when we, put that all together, 1045, like, that number is not something I'm proud of. I'll be honest. I've spent months upon months upon months of training, and the fact that, like, my deadlift has regressed is extremely disappointing. There's no way around it. I have 14 days to try to make this number more respectable. Today, I am trying to hit 385 for squat, and the goal is to smash it. I would love for at comp to be able to hit, 385, 295, and 455, which, while not a massive increase, let's see, 50, 70, 90 would be at least 1135, which still gets me last place. For those that don't know, Battle of the Bay is a huge comp in the state of Florida, and in my weight class, I'll be going up against, I believe, at least 20 people. Last year, the 9 that competed, the low end was 1190. Even if I hit 1190, I'd probably be coming in last place, but the goal is 1135 now. That's something I would be very proud of. I don't think that's possible. I would say that I'm more likely to get 1045, which 1,000-pound club is something, I guess, but, like, it's not anything great. But this isn't a pity party at all. This is not a pity party. This is not something to be sad about. This is just something that is a reality of where I am right now. I wish I was further along. I wish that I was better at what I do, but we're not there yet. And that's okay. It's not about, you know, always hitting the goal. I thought my goal was truly obtainable. I figured getting a coach. I figured telling my coach what my goals were. The fact that he didn't say they were outlandish means that they probably were obtainable. And I don't have anyone to blame but myself. I didn't perform. And that's where we're at. We're still competing. I could have just thrown it in, but that's not what I'm doing. We're here to compete. We're here to, you know, do what we can at Battle of the Bay. And tonight's a big night when it comes to squat. And we go from there. Till next time, it's been your boy, Dreamer Boy. Don't stop believing, don't stop dreaming. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.